offense lining up for a first down play. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He makes the connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The Trojans want to crank the tempo. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Throws for the tight end. Oh, picked off. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum set.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Release to the back. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Seminoles have this offense rolling. Wide receiver coming across in motion. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, no! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. The back goes in motion. Dropping back, It's Robertson getting some heat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's the end of the first quarter. What's the score? Florida State 7, USC 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That defensive lineman just smelled pass on that play, and he got in the backfield and sacked the quarterback.
And that's why they get paid the big bucks. The defensive linemen, they got to play the run, be physical. But, man, when you can get a beat and understand it's going to be a pass and jump off the snap like this, make a big play, and now you put them behind the sticks, and the advantage goes big time to the defense.
They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's caught inside the 30. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Jordan. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a man. It's Robertson. Quick completion on the out. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he added the extra point. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Surely they're going to kick this thing away. Tied in the second quarter, they're lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You still get into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, and that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Wide receiver shows motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires downfield. What a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
Fires to the big fella. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, he has the strength to get back up. Nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
And And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Back to pass. It's Robertson. Finds his tight end. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw on third. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch past the sticks. Tackled, but he has a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Looking to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love it. I love it. First down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Maryland. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He'll pull it down and run. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Jordan. He'll take another shot here. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, USA 14, Florida State 7.
The Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Booker. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Wants to pass it. Might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Pocket starts to collapse. Feeling some heat. Got room at the 35. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on foot.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown USC! Game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Booker. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He unleashes a long one. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chain. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. Not sure what it is, but he's going for it close to his own end zone. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Unloads it left. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
To the air, it's Robertson. Fires to the middle. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. Ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
Touch pass on the run. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, USC 21, Florida State 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Noles in the hurry-up.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when not.
He's going for the big play. And the ball is intercepted. Was looking for a